All right, so today I'm actually working on my backyard because it's a super nice day. Look at that, man. It's just like incredible. No clouds, no anything. It's just like the right combination of like heat and hot and just like normal weather, which is, you know, great. So I have the bike here. Today I'm just gonna be lifting the tank just so I can put the ECU back. We just got it from getting reflashed. At my ECU, hopefully, which in case you didn't know, I'm gonna put it in here. That's Chris Moore, which he has a super nice a bunch of like 700 horsepower bike, nitrous, turbo. He has grudge bikes, he has a little bit of everything. So he, with the risk of you guys never coming back to my channel because of, you know, his channel is so cool, you can, you know, take a look at it. And woo, yeah, I got my computer, so I got already this. That's the part number you need when you are flashing your computer. So okay, so then let me see what else is in here. Here we go. I have a couple stickers, which is great. And I also got a t-shirt, which I got from Mr. Chris Moore, which is great. This is awesome. Like, I love this. I love his channel, and I love what he's, you know, doing with all these bikes, and I'm learning so much about him, and, you know, getting also excited about you know, learning new things, and specifically all his, you know, dyno videos are cool and stuff. So yeah, so good stuff. So something I wanted to mention is I actually got my computer flashed about maybe 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3 or so. One thing that happened when I installed my computer, I realized that I was getting a C62 code, and well, I'm gonna put a picture of how that looks on the dashboard. And by the way, I've also put a picture of how you can get your computer computer and bike on dealer mode, so you can see the codes, which is, you know, super important for us to do whenever you get a code or check engine on your computer, on your motorcycle. So, well, C62 is the evap code. Evap code is emission stuff specifically for what people call California bikes. They actually required to have smog, and by having smog, they just need to have a carbon canister, and they have a purging valve, and there's a more vacuum lines you'll see on the motorcycle. So anyway, my bike doesn't have any of that. So apparently the bin file that Chris used when he flashed my computer was for a bike that was expecting to have the evap stuff connected, and when my computer realized that, hey, this stuff is not connected because my bike actually doesn't have it, then it was just giving me a code. So it was not going to be affecting anything. At the same time, I didn't want to have the code because it's, you know, it bothers when you have that on specifically for no reason. So I talked to Chris, and I actually went online. There's people who has bridge pins on the computers to mitigate that issue, but I didn't want to be doing that, but I was willing to do it. But I talked to Chris, super cool guy. He right away gave me his phone number. I gave him a call. He answered the first time, and he told me, just send it back, man. We'll get you figured out, and so I really appreciate that. So thank you, Chris. And if you guys are wanting to reflash your computer, I think the cost for getting the computer reflashed was great. So I got all my stuff, speed limiter and all a bunch of other stuff already, you know, figure out from the reflash perspective. So in addition to that, the not only the customer service but the turnaround to get this computer back is crazy. I sent it, he got it on Thursday, and by even before noon he was already replying back to me and letting me know that computer was back. Check this out. Bunny's coming by, says hi. Hey, you want to be in the video again? She just came back to say hi. She just saw me that I was with the camera and she came back. It's crazy. She wants to be in all the videos now. So yeah, so super quick turnaround, which is crazy. So but it's already flashed on Thursday and he sent that this is Saturday, so just 2 days. And considering everything that's happening with the coronavirus and all this stuff and how services and shipping are getting affected, you know, this is pretty quick. So I really appreciate that, Chris, so thank you for that. So now I'm just gonna go ahead, lift the tank, and I'm gonna put the computer back and see how it works. Yeah, hopefully everything is fixed and I can just put it back and give it a try to the flash. And give it a quick look from here. So if you look, so it just goes on this recessed area of the airbox, in case you haven't seen it before. Black on black, gray on gray, so nothing crazy about it. So now I'm just gonna tilt back take this that I'm using to keep the tank up. So a couple things. One is I removed my pair valve, so I don't have anything connected to it, so I'm expecting not to see any issues with the pair valve or codes or check engines and stuff. Give it a quick see how it's working. Yay! So the check engine went away, so that's a good indicator. So let me just give it a try right now. It's no longer active, which is great. So he actually told me that he found the issue, so I am thinking that indeed the issue was that he used the bin for a computer that was made for a place like California, where they require to have the carbon canister plus the purge valve and all that stuff. So I'm guessing that was the issue. So I'm very happy to see that actually worked and that it was worth sending, you know, the computer back. So now something that I wanted to try is I also not only asked Chris to remove or manage the code, and actually I'm gonna show it in here. If you see that plug right there, that's the plug that goes to the pair valve motor. So that's a proof that I have nothing connected to the harness. So he actually disabled that error on the computer, the ECU. So that's great. So the other thing I was gonna do is in here, back here, I have so I removed the servo motor when I installed my link pipe connected to my OEM header. So what I was gonna do is I can pull it in here, you can see it. So this is my servo eliminator. So this is the part of the harness which is expecting to have a connection to the servo, which is the one responsible to opening the second butterflies on the exhaust when you have the original exhaust. But I actually got rid of the motor. So since I got rid of the motor, I bought this Tech servo eliminator, just so it's tricking the computer to think that servo is still there. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna remove this, because I also asked him to get rid of this. So if I do this, I'm expecting that I'm not gonna get an error, and I can just sell this. I can sell it quick, cheap, for someone who's maybe not in reflashing their computer and they only want to use a power commander or something. So it's off, and I'll just give it a try. So if that works, that means that I should not be getting a check engine because of the servo eliminator as well. So far so good, because normally when you put your bike on running position, automatically she's running, you know, all the tests and stuff. So yeah, sounds like it's good. So I'm just gonna give it a try now. That's great. So I have a couple things. So I have now a servo eliminator that I can sell, which is this one right here, and I also have a pair valve, because before I sent it to get reflashed, I actually I was gonna go the power commander route with no eliminating any of the reflection, the restrictions on the computer. So yeah, I ended up buying the servo one, so I don't need any of these two, so that's perfect. So I'm just gonna put this back. I think I'm just gonna take it for a spin, just around the corner. With this whole thing, I think I mentioned before that with this coronavirus thing, I really don't want to spend a lot of time on the street. I really want, you know, the emergency people to be available for taking care of the people who really needs care, not dealing with people like me, like getting into a wreck or whatever for no reason. So I'm just gonna take it for a spin and make sure that everything's working together. I want to see everything working, like the ABS light going away, being able to put traction control even though I never use it, and just make sure that the bike is really working, you know, normal. So I just took the bike for a spin. My initial impressions is when I added the field tuner, the whole shot performance tuner, the bike right away, like the jerkiness of the throttle actually like disappeared completely, and I was hesitant to see what was gonna happen when I removed the tuner, and I was just gonna replacing it with the computer. But you can tell it's amazing. Like the as soon as you let off the throttle, there's no more like injectors are no longer being turned off after letting off the throttle, so they actually stay on, which makes it super smooth when the on and off transition on the throttle. So that's great. So and you can tell when you're riding, as soon as you're done with the opening, you know, you close the throttle, as soon, like the RPM just goes up slightly, which again, that's an indicator that the injectors are still on. It feels perfect. Yeah, I actually have no concerns. I'm really eager to go out and take it for a spin and see how it feels overall through the entire rev range. And of course, when I finally do a nitrous pass, whenever, you know, tracks opens again. So like, what's next for the bike? So I think I'm going to be going the power commander route. I was talking about this a couple minutes ago. It was more about my situation. So my situation is I don't have the money to be spending multiple times going to the dyno to to check the bike how it is and whatever. So I already purchased an auto tune. Choosing, am I gonna stay with the reflash? But I specifically asked Chris Moore to do some feeling magic, but my bike was never on a dyno, so I was asking for maybe a little bit more feel on those higher ranges, RPM ranges, when I'm spraying my nitrous, and maybe specifically on 4th, 5th, and 6th. What I was gonna do is get an auto tune. Actually, I have it already. Open my auto tune, put the auto tune at 0, and then buy the Pod 300 from Dynatune, or not Dynatune, but from Dynojet. And my intention is to use the data logging from the Autotune, have the Autotune map at 0 to make no corrections, but do the data logging from the Pod 300. And when I spray or I go out, I can take a look at my data and I can start making little tweaks. And maybe if I see what's happening when I open it up on maybe 4th, 5th, and 6th, whatever, I can take a look at the data without spray and see if I really want to be in the 12.9 range, or maybe less, or whatever, for how much I'm spraying. So that's what's coming. So in the very near future, I'll be posting a video of me putting a power commander with a base map, and maybe having an Autotune with like a map trim, or a trim map, fuel trim map at 0, no corrections, and using the data logging of the Pod 300 to see if I can fine-tune my fuel based on that. And I can always do data logging when I'm at the track, and I can just have my laptop with me and then just make, you know, small tweaks and make sure that the engine is safe. I know I am never going to be able to have a perfect map in terms of power, because I'm not at a dyno, and I don't have a dyno close to me where I can you know, spend a lot of time dynoing my bike and stuff. So at least I'm just wanting to make it safe, so that when I'm spraying, my bike is never going to go lean all the way up to, like, I don't know, like 19 AFR or anything like that. So I'm hoping to stay in a decent and safe AFRs when I'm spraying, and then I just want to keep an eye on my AFRs when I'm wide open throttle. So yeah, cool. So hopefully you enjoy it. That was just a quick video just to show the new Flash ECU, and I'll be maybe posting more impressions when I get a chance to go out and take it for a spin. So thank you for watching the video. Appreciate it.